I'm Chad Douglas. Our parent company, Sinclair Broadcast Group and KHQA, continue to work for you, keeping you informed on complex political issues facing our country. We continue our Connect to Congress initiative with U.S. Senator Joni Ernst of Iowa. She joins us via satellite in Washington, D.C. I wanted to talk to you specifically about a Senate bill about funding for childhood cancer research. What does this bill entail?
The STAR bill that's coming up, a childhood cancer bill, and I am a co-sponsor of the STAR Act as well. And what drew me to that is the fact that we're taking a look at childhood cancer, putting research into it, making sure that we're aware of the issues at the federal level, but then also what are the after effects that our young people that go through cancer when they are survivors. What does that look like when they are 20 or 30 years old, and how do we handle some of the after effects? So there's a lot of good things wrapped up in these bills, and again, just really proud to be a co-sponsor.
And what is the current status of that bill?
And of course that will have to clear through the Health, Education and Labor Committee. We're hoping to see that go forward. We'd love to see that on the President's desk.
Now, what does something like this mean to families battling cancer?
Well, I think it's very, very important, and our hearts go out to those families that are struggling with these issues. Childhood cancer is devastating. When you have a young one going through those treatment processes, it's heartbreaking. In past years, so much of the treatment has been focused on chemotherapy, and today we've seen such great research and development so we can target specifically the types of cancers, and that is so much better for those children and those families. So we do hope that we can see this bill get through. We hope that we can provide that type of support for those families that are struggling with cancer.
Also, a couple of other things I know you wanted to talk about. One is a reintroduction of a bill to roll back so-called presidential perks. What do you hope happens with this bill?
Well, I am very hopeful that we will get the presidential perks bill through the Senate and get that onto the president's desk. The companion bill is exactly the same. It's in the House. It has cleared committee in the House. Hopefully they will approve it on the floor of the House and we'll get it over to the president. But what we're trying to do is rein in the spending of our former presidents. They get lucrative speaking engagements and book deals, and the taxpayers don't need to be subsidizing their personal staff and their office space, their travel expenses. That is something they can afford to do on their own.
And since the last time we talked, one of the bills you worked on has now been signed by President Donald Trump. It's to authorize the Global War on Terrorism War Memorial. What can you tell us about that?
Yes, the Global War on Terrorism Memorial Foundation has now been established through this act that was signed into law by the President in August. We're thankful that he did that. What we want to do is have a private foundation that will take on the challenge of erecting a memorial on our National Mall that will honor those that have fallen, those that have served, and those families that were engaged in the global war on terror.
Senator Ernst, we appreciate your time.